Hey, and welcome to another episode of Rankin. We've got a very fun episode here. There's probably going to be a lot of yelling, lot of other things happening. So who knows? But I've got a crazy bunch of people here. You may all recognise them from various Take Three things. They all work in multiplex as well. But first up is Cody. Cody, how's it going?
It's going good. Um, I'm not gonna. I don't like everybody on this panel, and after this episode, I'm guaranteed not to like more of them. So, yeah. Lucky we added Koho because now it's Team Young versus Team a little older that grew up with some of the older songs that they're gonna like more. But I didn't want this young because now we're gonna get like something that came out last year, and I don't know what the hell that is. So this will be fun. I'm excited. Let's go.
Um, Also here we've got the host of TV Throwdown, Tim Smith. Tim, how's it going?
Oh, pretty good. It's not like I just got up from a nap. I tried to not sleep that long, but yeah, it's great to be here again. TV talk, of course, and I at least like you and Brooklyn, but
Feelings mutual.
And also here we've got Brooklyn. I don't know if he's going to be muted or not, but we'll find out.
No, I will not be muted. But yeah, one of the things that people forget about TV themes is that there is music. So there are musical aspects that determine my ranking. And so it's begun.
And also here he literally jumped on about 5 minutes before this happened. Is Caleb Coe? Caleb, how's it going?
Hi, I watch TV. This is gonna be fun.
You know Doctor Who isn't qualified here, right?
Oh, I have to. Okay, I need to redo my list then. I'm sorry.
Well, I mean, there was the animated Sarah Jane Adventures, wasn't there?
I don't know if I want to include that though.
But anyway, how the show works is that we each go around the nominated team theme we believe should be on the list, and we just vote on it. The majority of the votes gets it on. So yeah, I mean, you've all watched this before. You've all probably know how it works. So I'm going to go to Cody first.
Is there saves? No, there's no.
No saves.
Okay. So you went to me first. Hold on. I'm trying to find something here. And this is going to suck because I can't find it. Okay. Well, so here's my thing. There's one theme song that I love because of I love the show when I was growing up, but I also love the theme song probably more than that. But all I know is it's DuckTales. Woohoo. DuckTales Woohoo is one of my favorite things. It's this build up. The animations were always funny with it. And that theme song is so damn catchy. Not the updated whenever they came out with that new shit. DuckTales relaunched 2.0, whatever the hell they called it. Doesn't count. I'm talking
It's good though.
No,
it's not.
Bitch.
Yes, it is.
No.
They may rewrite history, but it's DuckTales. Woohoo. So yeah, that's my first nomination.
I'm going to go first on this, and I'm going to say yes because I do love DuckTales. It was one of my favorite shows growing up. I actually haven't seen the updated one, so I wanted to not be able to judge that. But Tim, what do you say about DuckTales?
Yes, the original. Yes, Cody, you're 100% right with the redone DuckTales. I know this because of Jay Burns. The new one is garbage, but yes, the original theme to the original DuckTales. What kid growing up to this did not love this theme? This was great. So yes, wholeheartedly.
And with that, DuckTales does make the list. Brooklyn, what would you have said?
Yeah. Oh, this definitely made the list. This was in my top 10 before we started. But it's a it's a nice catchy tune from the 90s.
And Caleb, what would you have said on DuckTales?
Absolutely. When I was writing down my list of just off the top of my head, that was like the third one I wrote down. So that was absolutely going to be on. And also, Lin-Manuel Miranda is in the new one, as well as David Tennant. So how can I not like the new one? But yeah.
That's why I didn't like the new one.
Tim, with every word you make me want to quit more and more.
Anyway, Tim, what is the next theme you're going to bring up?
Oh gosh.
One I'm going to bring up is one I loved as a kid, and that is Rugrats. The theme to the Rugrats. I loved that growing up. Not only the show, but just that opening music. You knew it was time for some misadventurous kids just tearing shit up for at least a half hour. 20 minutes with 10 minutes of commercials, but still. I loved it, so I would say Rugrats.
Brooklyn, what do you say about Rugrats?
Tim, sorry, I have to say no. I think the Rugrats theme is kind of overrated. It's very simplistic. I'm just looking at my list here, and every one that I have on here, I'm like, yeah, these are all better than Rugrats. So I'm going to say no.
Caleb, what do you say about Rugrats?
Everything Brooklyn said, I'm going to have to say no.
Cody, what do you say about Rugrats?
Yeah, so when I made a list, this was on my list, and then I added 25 other ones to it, and it went to the bottom. The theme song is fine, but it would be one that I would like to skip through. I think the animation was better than what the actual music had to, because the kids, you see the kids getting into trouble, but like the music elements were just. I would probably fall asleep to it. Now, if I was older and tried to watch the opening, it could put me into a nap state. So, wasn't surprised this was going to be your first choice, but I give it a no.
I mean, I would have totally said yes to Rugrats. This is one that I really enjoyed watching when I was a kid, and I really do love this theme. But
Thank you, Malcolm.
But Brooklyn, what is your next one you're going to bring up? First one.
Well, this is going to surprise maybe two of you. Actually, no, this is not going to surprise anybody. Every time
doesn't count this time.
every iteration of TV themes that I've been on, I've always opened to this one. This is a perfect theme song. That is The Simpsons, created by Danny Elfman. I've talked with this for hundreds and hundreds of times. By Danny Elfman, read in a couple days. It's just so complex, and in theory, whenever you think about everything that's a part of it, this should be a convoluted mess. But it's like gears. It's like gears in a clock, and that each one has a job, and it goes specifically. With the theme song itself, it gives sort of the main characters a moment to shine. Like Homer gets a moment, Bart gets a moment, Lisa gets a moment. And I like the risks that Danny Elfman takes with the chord arrangement. But yeah, I know I don't want to get muted again, so I will just stop there with The Simpsons.
Cody, what do you say about The Simpsons theme?
So I sold my soul to the devil prior to this show. I agreed from the start that I would agree with Brooklyn. I'd give him one yes, and he put a yes for The Simpsons. So I will give The Simpsons one for animated theme. I think after 20 years or whatever the hell they've been on, probably, I don't even know. It's very...
29, I think they're on right now.
It's very annoying for me at times, but I think what you have to tie in with the animation... What I came with the theme is I kind of watched the opening, so it was what they do for the opening plus the music and how that interacts. And Simpsons were probably the best at changing it every episode, of course, but also staying with the nuance. So I like it for what it did for animation. It's just not best all time, but animated, yeah, it deserves a spot on the top 12 for sure.
And Simpsons is 30 years this year because it premiered in '89.
Oof.
We all know release dates is
Brooklyn just lost fandom to TV.
But
I
anyway,
believe on the Tracy Ullman show, but
yeah. I mean, Tracy
Tracy
Ullman show was earlier, but the actual show when they went to the full 30 minutes was 89.
Can we get
still
off The
come
Simpsons,
on.
guys? Let's just come back.
But anyway, I'm saying yes to the Simpsons theme. For everything Brooklyn said, this is probably one of those themes that's going to stand the test of time. Like, it's one that people are always going to remember straight off the bat when you play it. Tim, what would you have said on The Simpsons?
Yeah, like you said, this is one of those themes you could play in a room of 100 millennials, and I guarantee you most of them would just recognize that right off the bat. It is one of those themes that have stood the test of time. But I agree with Cody. It has that stality and that boredom to it, but I'd probably put it on the list. I mean, when we do the ranking later, it'd go way down, but I'd put it on there. I'm sorry. Yeah.
Caleb, what would you have said about The Simpsons?
I think this is really what I meant. What the important question I asked that tough is like, what do we mean by themes of score or song? And when you said both, then I was like, yeah, this could probably make it, but on the low end, I think this is one of the best TV scores for like opening. So I would have given it a yes because it is both. But yeah, I might put it a little bit lower just because like there's a lot of theme songs that I really, really dig that I want to bring up later.
But can you name a character from The Simpsons?
That's a great question. Moving on.
But anyway, it's down time for me to bring up my first one. And I'm going to bring up one of my guilty pleasure TV shows that I watched just recently again on Netflix, and that's the Magic School Bus theme. This is one of those themes in which shows I did love watching as a kid, and just one that the theme just stuck in my head, like the going on the Magic School Bus with Frizz. No way, it's just one of those ones in which the song is just catchy. I mean, once again, this is another one which with the remake that they did for Netflix, like the theme kind of lost a bit of it. Like, I'm pretty sure it was sung by Lin-Manuel in the newer version, but it's just one of those ones which the original theme is just still great. But probably going to get a whole bunch of no's. But Cody, what do you say about the Magic School Bus?
So this is actually on my list. As somebody that was forced, like in second, third, and fourth grade, that we'd have to watch the Magic School Bus. The best was the opening to the Magic School Bus, like what you just said. No way! It's so good. I actually really enjoy it. And I'm not going to let you die alone. I'm kind of upset that you just watched John Wick, but you revisited Magic School Bus on Netflix. Please get your life together, Malcolm. You need to don't watch the Magic School Bus. Watch good movies. But Magic School Bus theme, absolutely. I have to give it a yes because it's one of those childhood memories that I always pick up because that theme is that good.
Well, I mean, for the record, both the John Wick's movies were only just put onto Netflix last night.
Okay,
So.
I give it fair. By the way, your New Zealand accent was so thick. When you said guilty pleasure, I thought you meant dirty pleasure, and I didn't know where the hell you were going to go for a second, but I'm glad you went Magic School Bus instead of something else. So
Tim, what do you say about the Magic School Bus theme? Cody, I have those same memories of, I think it was like second or third grade. It was kind of like our little half-hour escape from the monotony of schoolwork. But for me, it was just forgettable. Where I remember the show, but I don't remember the theme. Like I would have to vote no on it, but that's just me.
Brooklyn, what do you say about the Magic School Bus theme?
I originally didn't have it on my list purely because I forgot about it. And then when you mentioned it, I'm like, all right, theme song instantly popped into my head. Also, because I have to do this piss off Cody, it is in the key of E. But yeah,
good.
just gets this gets 2 thumbs up for me.
And with that, it makes the list. Caleb, what would you
Oh,
say?
I've never seen the Magic School Bus, please.
I have a very vivid memory. I'm in 2nd grade. My teacher rolled out this TV on a cart, like the CCTV, and I'm watching it, right? And I'm watching this thing. This music plays. I'm like, all right, I dig it. I'm watching this show. They go to space. They're learning about planets, and this ginger hair, curly kid is yelling at his cousin and takes off his helmet in space on Pluto, and his head turns to ice. And I cried for about 30 minutes.
It was Arnold. It was Arnold, right? Wait, I think
I guess so. But this is a long way of saying. That was a long way of saying, yeah, I would have voted for Magic School Bus. It was on my list.
The one that brought me terror and torture, of course, I'll give
Yep.
it yes.
I will always remember that scene of him taking the helmet off and his head turned into a block of ice.
Anyway, Caleb, what other TV show brought you terror and torture that you're going to bring up for the good TV theme?
I cannot believe that it fell this low already. But there's 104 days of summer vacation, and Phineas and Ferb needs to be on this list. The opening theme song for Phineas and Ferb is not only just one of the most iconic, I think, animated TV show themes, at least of the 21st century, but of Disney Channel in general, of its entire collection of animated. Phineas and Ferb is at the top, especially with that theme song, with Bowling for Soup, baby. Bowling for Soup with that opening. As soon as you hear the guitar and it's the 104 days of summer vacation, and they just go all the way through to the point where they piss off Candace. They show all the different adventures that they could be having. It totally sets up the show and that anything can happen, and I absolutely think Phineas and Ferb deserves to be on this list.
Cody, what do you say about Phineas and Ferb?
I'm not fucking 12. Hell no.
Are you kidding me?
I've never even fucking watched an episode.
What is wrong with you?
Wrong. I saw about 4 minutes one time, and I literally thought on a 3rd-story building that jumping out may be a better option. And that included the theme song. No, I'm sorry. You grow up. Things that came
the
out
guy
in the
who said
90s,
yes
the
to
80s,
Magic School Bus.
Somewhere out there, Robert Parker's upset.
I don't care about Robert. He needs to grow up as well. It's an absolute no for me. Stop.
I want to tag in the Hobbit for me here.
Tim, what do you say about Phineas and Ferb?
I kind of want to back up what Cody said with this. Bowling for Soup was a good mediocre mid-card band at best. Yet every band has their missteps. Them doing this was a misstep. So definitely, all in the words of Stone Cold Steve Austin, oh hell no from me. But oh god no.
Brooklyn, what do you say about Phineas and Ferb?
Caleb, those uncultured swines. Phineas and Ferb gets a yes from me.
Let's go.
Why they say no, it amazes me that they do. This is one that I rock out to a lot. It's one of the few ska animated themes ever, with the influence of reggae and horns. But yeah, why this hasn't already been on here? It's a yikes for me, dog.
I see your theme earlier, Cody, of the old versus the young. I see it now.
Yeah, I'm gonna be. This is mind blowing to me, but that's what happens when I invite a 12-year-old to play with us. Okay.
But anyway, it's down to me, and yeah, no, Phineas and Ferb does not make the list.
You are my TV partner, Malcolm.
Those uncultured swines, Caleb.
It's going to be a long night if Phineas and Ferb doesn't make this list. All right.
I listened to the theme specifically for this, and yeah, stopped it about halfway through. But anyway, Cody, it's back to you.
Fuck right it is. That just made my fucking day. Okay, my next one. We'll see. It's the Animaniacs. The Animaniacs theme song is literally brilliant. Not only did all their songs be amazing, but this was one of the first cartoons that called out the behind the scenes They insulted the writers. They brought all their other cohorts on the same shows, like Pinky and the Brain, which I may talk about later. But Animaniacs in general is so funny because it's set on a Warner Brothers lot. It's amazing. If you've never heard like their States and Capital songs, it follows that theme. It's that great. It's 100% my next nomination.
Tim, what do you say about the Animaniacs theme?
I found this show on a whim when I was a kid and just loved it from the get-go. This is one of the greatest, just insane shows. Like Cody said, you're breaking the fourth wall. No real cartoon really did that at the time. This was great. Animaniacs definitely needs to be on here.
Brooklyn, what do you say about the Animaniacs?
United States, Canada. Yeah, Animaniacs gets on here. But I'm going to use one of my patented rank 'em quotes, is that we need a bottom feeder. And this is a prime candidate for a bottom feeder.
No, you already nominated that. That's called The Simpsons, buddy. All right, let's have a good one.
And with that, Animaniacs makes the list. Caleb, what would you have said about Animaniacs?
There's 104 days. I'm in pain. But also what Brooklyn said.
And I totally would have given Animaniacs a yes as well. It's just
Yes.
it's definitely one of those songs in which like gets you hyped up for a show before it even starts quite often. But Tim, what's your next nomination?
The next one for me, I think half are going to hear a happy yes. The other probably no, but we're going with Darkwing Duck. One of the greatest themes of all time. I think even better than the original DuckTales theme. Slightly, I would say, but I'm going with the Darkwing Duck theme because as a kid, you had that, you had DuckTales, you had Tailspin, you had just a great lineup of animated shows, cartoons, and songs with it. I'm nominating Darkwing Duck.
Cody, what do you say about Darkwing Duck?
I need to know your clarification. Does this count as a superhero? If it doesn't, I have an answer. If it does, then you need to have him pick another one. Because that's because Darkwing Duck is kind of a superhero. But if you're saying
he's
just
there
based
after
on
the Batman.
Huh?
He's Disney's answer to Batman.
But if you're saying it has to be based on like a comic property, then this is a hell yes. If it's not, then I need to know because I don't want you to sell the audience on something and then give them something else. But
actually, what Caleb just said, it's
okay. So we're classifying as a superhero. Okay, that's fine. That's fine.
Yeah.
Although I was thinking maybe you were just thinking of Marvel and DC for that. That's fine.
Yeah.
I do have a backup.
Perfect.
In 1997.
Perfect choice. That would have been a perfect.
Yes. In 1997, Trey Parker and Matt Stone come along, and with the talented musical group of Primus to create "Going Down to South Park" for the theme. I'm going to nominate that as the replacement. Let's see how that goes.
Yeah, I'm gonna lead this off by going hell no because I just don't like the theme. I don't like the show. Caleb, what do you say about South Park?
I don't know if I'm the only one, but I find this theme song hella annoying. I don't know. I'm gonna say no.
Okay.
Brooklyn, what do you say about South Park?
There's like easily 30 better than South Park. It's catchy and the show's great, but the theme song is like, meh. So no.
Cody, what would you have said about South Park?
Also, I'm not a 12-year-old child, and this also is one of those that falls right into that. Trey Parker and Matt Stone came out with a musical called Book of Mormon, which is 7 billion better songs than this one or anything that's ever been in South Park. So stop watching and start listening to that. Thank you. Have a good day.
Hasadiga Iwawai.
Okay. Well,
Bowling
start
for
over.
I love that
Soup, the
intro.
100 Days of Summer
Love it.
didn't get in, so fuck you, Coho.
That's the better one. I would. Yeah.
Brooklyn, what is your next nomination?
All right, we're gonna stick
Dinky,
with.
doink, doink, and doink it.
Yeah, not yes. We're gonna stick with our theme of instrumental themes, and we are gonna go. we're gonna go with Recess from the Disney Channel. This was a show that I watched almost every day as a kid, and it's a great. It's a great sort of like comparison to the show because the way they treat Recess, it's like very militarian, where you have like the king and like everybody sort of divided into their own little sections. And I feel like they hit that with the head out of the nose with the drums and the horns and the I believe it's like a flute or like a tin whistle maybe at the start. But yeah. Anyways, Recess needs to be out here. So,
Cody, what do you say about Recess?
So this is one of them that I went back and revisited, and it didn't live up to what I thought. I guess I thought there might have been words in it or something that was more catchy because I absolutely love the TV show, but the theme song is very forgettable. And for me, that used to watch it every day. Like every day and multiple times, like on Saturdays when they replay the same episodes like 14 times. It was, I think the show is way better than the theme song, and and even the animation got stale. It kind of kept the same theme. So I have to give it a no because it didn't. I literally thought there were words in it, and it turns out there wasn't words. So that's how not forgettable. This is how forgettable the song is. So.
Tim, what do you say about Recess?
Yeah, it's maybe 20 in themes, but the show would be up in my top 5. But yeah, I'd have to say no for the theme.
Caleb, what do you say about Recess?
There's a TV theme from the same era of Disney that is a million times better than I'll be bringing up in a minute. So yeah, no.
Oh,
But we already said no to Phineas and Ferb.
This my next one predates Phineas and Ferb, so
By a year?
and by about 5 years.
But yeah, I would have said no as well. Like when I was in
What?
school,
what?
I think that was the surprise. Malcolm saying no.
Yikes!
They
We
don't
don't
even
say-
make the list.
when I was at school, I loved Recess because that's when I got to eat my lunch and all that. But the TV show, I like the TV show.
You didn't have lunch for that?
You didn't have like a lunch hour and then a recess hour? That's weird.
New
But
Zealand's
anyway,
weird, guys. All right.
But anyway, it's back to me, and I'm going to go way back, and I'm going to go bring up the Flintstones. The Flintstones theme is one of those themes in which is another one of those instantly recognizable ones that you just catches on, and it does it tells a story about of the show in the theme as well. It's like, but it's just one of those ones in which I have every trouble putting words to how I feel about the show, but it's one that they even parodied in The Simpsons where they used Homer as well. But yeah,
Don't hurt
Cody,
your
what do you
argument.
say about the Flintstones?
Well, you about killed your argument with using The Simpsons, but they're the modern Stone Age family, Yabba dabba do. This will always stand out to me. I love the Flintstones growing up. I love the first Flintstones movie. Viva Rock Vegas is another story for a different day, but I like the theme song. I can understand if the people on the panel don't resonate with it anymore, but it's one of those that I will always have fun with. So yeah, I have to give it a yeah vote. Yabba dabba do.
Tim, what do you say about the Flintstones?
Viva Las Vegas or Viva Rock Vegas was still watchable, Cody. Nowhere near the first one. You're correct, but yeah, this is a classic theme. I loved all these old shows like Flintstones, Looney Tunes, all these old shows, and of course the Flintstones theme. Yeah, it resonates with the whole telling of that show. I would say yes.
And with that Flintstones make the list, Brooklyn, what would you have said about the Flintstones?
From the town of Springfield, he's about to hit a chestnut tree. But yeah, this would have made the list. Probably my favorite of like the Flintstones, the Jetsons, and like Scooby Doo. But there's actually one older one that I think is actually better than the Flintstones.
We'll have that conversation later, I guess.
And Caleb, what would you have said about the Flintstones?
The Flintstones is a classic. It's literally the first one that I wrote down after Phineas and Ferb. So, yeah.
Well, at least one of them made it.
And Caleb, what is your next nomination?
Guys,
This ought to
I'm
be
going to
good.
take you back to the early 2000s when Disney Channel
man.
was the best. When you come home at 4 o'clock, you turn on the TV, and you hear What's the Sitch? Kim Possible has one of the best animated TV show themes of all time. Who are you going to call when you got danger, when you got trouble? She'll be there on the double. Kim Possible is one of the all-time greatest theme songs and infinitely catchy. I absolutely love Kim Possible, and it has to be on this list.
Cody, what do you say about Kim Possible?
Well, you can call me, beat me if you want to reach me, but sorry, co-host. You can blame my wife for 4.5 years. My wife's text tone was the fucking beeper from Kim Possible. If I hear that thing now, I'll go into a seizure on command. So, that's a hell no, because that got overplayed by my wife. So, sorry, one day you'll marry somebody and they'll piss you off too. So, how you're feeling right now, just don't get married and you won't have this reaction. That's a no for me.
Tim, what do you say about Kim Possible?
Go to someone else. Go to someone else.
Brooklyn, what do you say about Kim Possible?
It doesn't matter when, doesn't matter when. I will be there for you till the very end. Yeah, a no from me. If Phineas and Ferb isn't getting on here, fuck Kim Possible is not getting on here. I'm gonna see much out of your misery now.
I love that we keep doing song lyrics.
I'm actually going to give it a yes. This is one that I actually rewatched for the list. And it's just the theme song still sticks with me. It's just one that I actually did watch when I was a kid. I never watched all the episodes because I grew out of it, but the theme is the one that just keeps sticking with me. So makes Tim the decider vote. What do you say about Kim Possible?
$5
For my Rankum manager, I would like to defer to Cody Newberry to speak for me, please.
Yeah, fuck no.
Thank you.
But
I have no hope for humanity anymore. I'm done.
Now you know how I feel on Billy Joel Rankum. Everything you nominate just gets burned to the ground.
But anyway, before we go back to Cody. Cody, what is the next nomination?
It's already back to me? This is great. Okay, oh, this is tough. Okay, I'm going to go with it. This is going to take some people by surprise, but this is based on theme song, and this is based on animated theme song. And I got to catch them all. Pokemon. It's still one of those theme songs that makes me, and I don't think of the TV show as much. I think of it as the Game Boy. If you didn't play the game, it was always what I thought when I played it. I think the song is actually pretty well done. But yeah, I think, and this is to make up for me shooting down Phineas and Ferb for Robert. Pokemon, you got to catch them all.
is it which season's theme songs? They've all had different ones. I'm assuming it's the first one.
What the hell are you? Yes, Malcolm. If there's another one, if anybody brings up another one, you may just die on the street. But no, this
No,
is
what I meant was like each season of Pokemon had a different theme song. So I'll just make sure you
Are
meant
you
the.
serious?
Yeah, they
He's not
basically
wrong.
took the first theme and then reiterated
Okay.
it.
To help out
Okay.
Cody, he's talking about Pokemon that debuted in '97. So like,
Okay,
Yeah.
so I got out at the right time because if they change this shit, I'm out. But I'm telling you,
oh,
it's
they
the
changed
first
it a
one.
lot.
Oh, that's
Yeah, but the Sun and Moon series is the worst iteration of the
there's
Pokemon
a
theme song.
sun. Okay, I'm just 97. 97, please.
I'm giving this a yes. I love this theme, and it's the only one I would have said yes to if that makes Cody feel better. I would have said
Oh,
yes to any of
thank
the other ones.
gosh.
So,
Okay, cool.
but yeah, Tim, what do you say about the Pokemon theme?
I mean, you can't really say no to this. I don't know how anyone could say no to the first one. The other ones, you could say no to them in a heartbeat. But the very first one, it's so iconic, you can't say no to it, ever. So, yeah.
And with that
Decent
Pokemon
bird.
makes list, Caleb, what would you have said about Pokemon?
It's very easy to say the word no. I just did it. But also, fuck you. You turned down Kim Possible and Phineas and Ferb.
I only turned down one. I deferred to my manager, sir.
You don't have a manager. Why does a manager have a manager? That makes no sense.
Brooklyn, what do you say about Pokemon? What would you have said
I
about
want to
Pokemon?
be the very best that no one ever was. Do catch them is my request. To train them is my cause. But yeah, this is gonna get a
now
yes.
you're demonetized.
Yeah, this is actually the next one I was gonna nominate. So props to you, Cody,
Yeah.
for reading my mind. What a tale my thoughts would tell.
I should clarify. I like the theme. I'm just hella salty.
Why are you
Hella
so-
salty or hella baked?
Hella salty. Hella salty.
You look baked out of your trees right now. Not gonna lie.
I've never smoked in my life.
Tim, what's your next nomination?
Going to Brooklyn stuff.
All right, let's see. Can we go 0 for 3?
Probably.
I'm going to go old school, and I'm going to throw out Scooby-Doo, the theme for Scooby-Doo. I loved this as a kid. I'm going to throw it out and let fates decide. Go ahead.
Brooklyn, what do you say about Scooby-Doo?
So remember how I was talking about like whenever we were on the Flintstones, I was like, there's a lot of older ones that I like, but there's one that I like more than Flintstones. This is actually not that one. This is not even close to that one. So I'm gonna.
Wow.
Fucking savage.
Wow. This will make me feel better, Brooklyn. Asshole.
No, fuck. It's a fuck no. No, it's good, but not great.
Well, it's getting yes for me. I do love the Scooby-Doo theme song. But yeah, Caleb, what do you say about Scooby-Doo?
I'm going to be honest. I completely forgot about Scooby-Doo when I was making my list, and I think that I don't know if that mean I don't think it's forgettable. It's just I don't
For
know.
you, it is.
I'll let Cody decide and say no.
Cody, what do you say about Scooby-Doo?
So here's story time. I'm going to tell it in 30 seconds. One time I managed a movie theater. A concessionist came up to me and told me, "You want to know what a fantastic movie is? Scooby-Doo." I literally about put his head into the kettle. You can blame Freddie Prinze Jr. and everybody else. This theme song is very boring, very shitty, and they made remakes. So that ruins your movie right there. So no thank you. Or your theme song.
Also, Cody will get this reference, but fuck you, Roger Gosnell. But but Brooklyn, what do you is your next nomination?
Who?
Brooklyn.
Brooklyn.
Oh shit, here we go. Something musical, something in the key of fuck you. I don't know. He's muted
You're
again.
muted.
Yes, his mic keeps going up.
How's that now?
Fuck, he rode 1,000 miles again.
Ah, fuck.
Oh,
How's
boy.
All right, let's go back. Let's go back newer then. We're gonna go to the realm of Nickelodeon. Timmy is an average kid, but that no one understands. Mom, Dad, and Vicky always giving him commands. Bad twin. Fairly Odd Parents needs to be on this list. One of the best that Nickelodeon has ever put out. It's very grand, and it shows the craziness that is Fairly Odd Parents. And once again, like The Simpsons, Courtney gives everybody a moment to shine.
Yeah, I'm going to pull a quote out of Brooklyn Supercharged. There's about 5 more Nickelodeon themes better than the Fairly Odd Parents that I like more, so it's a no for me. Caleb, what do you say about the Fairly Odd Parents?
Retweet Malcolm. Moving on.
Tim, what do you say about the Fairly Odd Parents?
Do I look like a 12-year-old? Fuck no.
Cody, what would you have said about the Fairly Odd Parents?
You all are fucking incorrect and wrong. I am ashamed that this did not make my list originally, but obtuse rubber goose green moose bottle juice. It's one of my favorites.
Giant snake, birthday cake, large fries, chocolate shake.
This is literally one of the best cartoons that had came out from 2000 on. I was upset when it went away. They made flipping Nickelodeon movies that came out, and they were even good. It was insane. This show should be in higher regard. And for you to all say no, shame. Shame, shame, shame. You
Kids just don't understand, Cody.
This is disgusting. If I could nominate like 6 songs from this show, I would, because there are fantastic ones. Like My Shiny Teeth and Me. You don't even know that. You don't care.
When I'm feeling lonely, sad as I can be. Shout it out of it in the sea.
I mean,
Kill Coho, I thought I had you. I was like,
Look, I'm gonna be honest. I love the show. I love the show. It's just the theme song's not the first thing I think about.
You uncultured swine.
I love the show.
And watch episodes. Me and Brooklyn are gonna leave this call and go watch episodes.
No, we're gonna create a podcast that reviews every single fucking episode of Fairly Odd Parents.
Fairly Oddcast. Rip.
But yeah, I mean, I'm also one that did like the show, and I might actually make Fairly Odd Parents songs episode, because I don't know. I think they've done enough that they can do 12, but.
Yeah, the theme song deserved it, but fine.
But anyway,
Death for Revenge for Phineas and Ferb.
But anyway, it's back to me. This one could be considered a bit of a cheat, but I'm going to try. But I'm gonna go for it anyway, and I'm gonna go for Star Wars Rebels. I mean, yes, the theme song is basically the Star Wars opening theme, but I think it deserves to be on here because it's just one of the they've changed it up because it's not the exact theme, but it's still the basic theme to Star Wars that they use as the theme for Rebels. So I'll see what happens. I know I'm going to get a no from one of the panel, but Cody, what do you say about Star Wars Rebels?
Oh, is this dedicated to art? Oh no, it's not. No vote for me. Yeah, F no. I don't care about Star Wars, especially the cartoon ones. You can kiss my ass. You can go to another channel and talk about all the Star Wars Rebel you want. We are grown men here, and we like things other than Star Wars. So yeah, pass it along.
Fucking Brooklyn's face was the best.
Tim, what do you say about Star Wars Rebels?
You need to stop taking fan emails from Nico.
Oh my god.
No.
Brooklyn, I know what you're going to say, but what would you say anyway?
Hey, Brooklyn. you think Star Wars Rebels should be on the top 12 animated TV themes? No.
You're killing me today. No, Rebels sucks.
But anyway, Caleb, it's back to you for your next nomination as well. So.
Listen, I'm real sick of this.
Oh,
shit,
fuck, he's trying for Phineas and Ferb again!
I'm real sick of this. Okay. I'm between two. I'm gonna go with this one. I may not adore the show. The show's fine. But it's got arguably one of the most iconic Nickelodeon TV theme songs of all time. Oh, who lives in a pineapple under the sea? SpongeBob SquarePants. The theme song is probably one of the most iconic animated TV themes of all time. Not probably, is definitely. I think the theme might be better than the show, and I think it deserves to be on.
Cody, what do you say about SpongeBob SquarePants?
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm not an 8-year-old. As somebody that grew up having to watch the show with a younger sibling, hell no. It's very annoying. It's every time it came on, I thought about hurting people. I really did.
This is a bit.
That's not safe. So I have to say no for the general public because I really believe, even though, and we have to blame SpongeBob for Caleb Coho. If you vote yes, you're supporting more Caleb Cohos to be brought into this world, and if you do that, you're doing bad to society. So I
didn't see an episode of SpongeBob SquarePants till I was like 14 because my friend showed me one in class.
I don't believe that at all.
100%. Wasn't allowed to watch.
I'm sure
you weren't allowed to watch.
No, I just know the.
I can understand. Okay, I can understand not being able to be allowed to watch. Maybe like as a kid, maybe Archer.
No, if you're a dad, you don't want to watch this shit. I would ban it in my house too. Nope, sorry, I don't get to watch it. Got pornographic images. Done.
Tim, what do you say about SpongeBob?
I want to take you on a journey. I too, like Cody, had younger cousins that would watch this, and I would just cry for the future of the world because they would take control one day. I got over that. And then Caleb Boatman decided to pick this first strength for a TV match. And I had to rewatch some episodes. I contemplated suicide more than I think anybody has ever done.
Yikes.
I drank heavily listening to this theme and watching this crap. God no.
Yikes.
Moving on.
Brooklyn, what do you say about SpongeBob?
Oh, does SpongeBob SquarePants need to be on this list? Fuck no, Coho. No,
that was a good one.
I love this. I loved the show growing up. I don't know what Cody and Tim are saying. The show is great, but the theme song, there's about 100 that are better.
I was hoping that you were keeping up with Cody's stats. Nice. That was a good one.
I can't do this anymore.
I actually would have suggested SpongeBob.
Oh, man.
I do like the stream.
There's Cody. Like, no.
Anyway.
We need to clip out the fuck no, Coho, and just put it in the chat.
Nomination.
Who?
Cody.
Oh, it's back to me already? Holy shit. Okay. This goes fast when we get to say no to a lot.
That's you said.
I don't want to think about what that means.
Oh, this is tough. Okay, I'm going to go with one. It probably won't make the list, but I really enjoy it. That's Dexter's Laboratory.
God damn you.
I think the theme song was so cool. It's more instrumental. It doesn't have a lot of things. But like, DT, get out of my laboratory. It's just this mad scientist kind of theme, and I think it works so well to tie into the show, and definitely the animation played along with it. So I absolutely loved it. So I would have to vote and nominate that one next.
Tim, what do you say about Dexter's Lab?
I already said it. God damn it, because that was going to be my next fucking pick. God damn it. Yes, this was great. Every episode was a golden gem to watch of Dexter's Laboratory. So yes,
It's my laboratory.
Brooklyn, what do you say about Dexter's Lab?
Yeah, we need some representation from Nickelodeon's on here. And if Fairly Odd Parents it was on the same network as Nickelodeon and stuff was for us in Canada. So like
Cartoon
Nickelodeon and so for us in Canada, Nickelodeon and Cartoon Network was on one channel called YTV. But
You
yeah,
do some shit backwards. All right.
yeah. So yeah, Dexter is gonna get yes in honor of Fairly Odd Parents.
Drop
Caleb,
them out
what
for my
would you have
homie.
said about Dexter's Lab?
I wish I said yes to Fairly Odd Parents now.
Well, Coho, wishing one hand, shit in the other. See which one goes up first.
Grandpa, stop shitting in your hand.
I mean, I actually would have said yes to Dexter's Lab. It's definitely a great theme, and it's one I actually forgot about when I did my initial list. But in thinking back to it, it says like the theme is really good. Anyway, it's back to Tim.
basically, I'm just watching all my old classics that I love get voted down. So I want to nominate something that's probably going to piss off Cody, and Brooklyn's going to giggle like a schoolgirl. We're going to go with the Family Guy theme song.
I can't believe it took that long. Wow.
Yes. Granted, it's honestly just a ripoff of All in the Family, but it's still iconic, still classic, still enjoyable.
Yes, so I said in the chat I had a hot take about one of Seth MacFarlane's theme songs for his shows. This is it. I'm not a big fan of the Family Guy theme. There's so much of their parody songs they put in Family Guy that I like more than the Family Guy theme. But Cody,
This is why I did this.
Family Guy theme.
This is a hot take. If this is a hot take, well, I join you. Fuck this. I love All in the Family's theme song. I don't love this one. So I don't find it good. I don't find it enjoyable. I find it very... Let me put this in a nice way. Seth MacFarlane is a douche. Seth MacFarlane does not do anything great, original, or funny. I find him very boring. I find him overrated. He can take his Ted movies, his American Dad, all the Cleveland Show, and shove it straight up his ass. Because guess what? The worst thing that happened to TV is when he decided to start making things. So yeah, it's a big hell no. Fuck Seth MacFarlane.
Brooklyn, get him.
I'm gonna keep Brooklyn making faces in the camera a little bit longer. Caleb, what do you say about Family Guy theme?
I like the Family Guy theme song a lot, so that's a yes.
Brooklyn, what do you say about the Family Guy theme?
Am I the deciding vote?
Yeah.
You are.
Yeah.
I am. Well, I'll make this very simple. No, it's not. It's not on here. No, it's not. I believe that there is a better Seth MacFarlane theme out there, and it's actually one. I love the show to pieces. I've shown that I love that show, but the theme song is one I actually skip all the time. It's cool, but there's better ones.
But anyway, it's back to Brooklyn.
All right, so we're gonna go a touch more modern. This might fit into Cody and Caleb's neck of the woods. I'm gonna recite some lyrics from the show. It is a simple message, and it comes from the heart. Believe in yourself. Believe in yourself, and that's the place to start. Stop, and I say, hey, what a wonderful kind of day. It's Arthur. from PBS. Say what you will about the show, but the theme song done by Ziggy Marley is great. But yeah, the silence is not good. So,
Caleb, what do you say about Arthur?
Go to someone else real quick. I'll be back in a second.
Cody, what do you say about Arthur?
And I say, hey!
hey,
Wonderful kind of day. Oh,
Ta-ta!
This is going to be my next nomination, actually. Where Arthur, 4 o'clock PBS, get to your TV, watch Arthur, see what DW is up to, see the show. That's what I wanted, and I love this show so much. I didn't even care. Like, it did not age well. I've watched some past episodes, and they needed to stay in the past. But you know what didn't? That theme song. That theme song is iconic, fantastic. And, yeah, I give it a yes, though.
Tim, what do you say about Arthur?
I'd rather be tied to this chair and listen to the Wishbone theme song 500 times over. I thought that was better, and I thought it was a better show for PBS. So, no.
And I say, hey!
Hey!
He's a piece of shit.
Yes, he is.
I never claimed not to be.
Yeah, I vaguely remember the Arthur theme song.
You want us to sing it for you?
No, please.
Well,
please
you've already
God, no.
started. I recognise it. But I'm going to have to say, because I think that it does belong on the list, I'm going to say yes.
Hey!
This guy right here, I never understood how he has ears on top of his head, and yet the headphones are past his ears. I've never understood this, but he never gets to hear how great his own theme song is, so I would have voted yes.
Was that on your phone?
Yeah.
It looked like your laptop. I was like, why wouldn't you pull up your phone? But okay, we're good.
Okay.
But anyway, it's back to me. And you guys know what time it is now? It's
Cool
time
time.
to take over the world. I've been nominating Pinky and the Brain. But yeah, Pinky and the Brain is this, like, with it being a spin-off in Animaniacs, it still has a great theme song on its own as well. It's just one that I'll always remember, like, it's Pinky and the Brain. Like, it's just simple and elegant and all that. But Caleb, what do you say about Pinky and the Brain?
I'm gonna pass on Pinky and the Brain. I really like the show, but I don't know. I don't really remember the theme song that well.
Brooklyn, what do you say about Pinky and the Brain?
What are we gonna do today, Brian? Same thing we do every day, Pinky. Try to take over the world. Yes, but similar to Animaniacs, this is another bottom feeder.
Tim, what do you say about Pinky and the Brain?
I'm going to say no because I think more the show for me is more memorable than the theme. I have more love of seeing Pinky and the Brain constantly with their schemes of trying to take over the world and Pinky fucking it up, but that's just me.
And Cody, what do you say about Pinky and the Brain?
How we gonna do that, Brain? The same way we do everything. It's fantastic. I love this show. I can't deny it. I was listening to it earlier, and it's still. I even watched it like a minute episode, like the end of an episode, and just how weird of a show it was. It was just for kids' audience. That's why I think Warner Brothers was on the cutting edge of what cartoons could have been with the animation for Pinky and the Brain, because Pinky and the Brain was kind of dark. Like, it was planning on just like taking over world domination and he was always foiled by Pinky, and it just never worked out. And that theme song tied in the show perfectly. So yeah, I had to give it a yes.
Right, we've got 3 spots remaining. And Caleb, it's back to you.
I have 3 that I want to bring up still over the course of this time, and I think we don't have enough of the score themes. We only have one, and one that is a really brilliant theme is Gravity Falls. I know that's super new, but the score for Gravity Falls is super weird and super it sets the entire something weird is happening theme, where it's it just shows the mystery shack, it shows all the different things that are going to be happening, and it sets the entire mood of the show with its pianos, its organs. It's so really, really, really good. I think it's the best score theme for a TV show maybe ever. So I'm going to bring up Gravity Falls.
All right. I'm going to go to Brooklyn. Brooklyn, what do you say about Gravity Falls?
Come back to me.
Tim, what do you say about Gravity Falls?
What the fuck is Gravity Falls?
I forgot you're 28. You probably don't know what the show is.
I'm 32.
Oh, okay. That definitely don't know what the show is.
Yeah, I literally have not heard of this. Please don't use it as a strength.
I will give you a quick breakdown of what the show is. It's these 2 kids move in with their eccentric uncle out in Oregon, and they end up falling into this town that has a bunch of weird conspiracies that go on, and so they have to try and figure out all these mysteries and stuff. It's really good.
That sounds like another cartoon that was apparently remade now. Okay.
But Cody, what do you say about Gravity Falls?
I just listened to it, and Coho kind of has a point. That instrumental is pretty badass. I didn't think I would like it, but tied in with the animation, would I ever watch it? Hell no. But this is based on themes, and the opening 40 seconds that I saw, I would, if I was a kid or even if I was a teenager, I feel like I could buy into that. So, theme alone and kind of the mystery of what the show's about, I'm gonna give it a yeah. Actually, that's a very impressive one.
Brooklyn, what do you say about Gravity Falls?
So as I literally just listened to it for the first time, I gotta say no. I don't like the choices that they make musically. I feel like it's trying to go for a Twin Peaks sort of Twilight Zone sort of vibe.
This is why music people piss me off.
I'm gonna say no. Sorry, again.
It's down to me to be the side of vote, and don't be sad, Caleb, because I just listened to it for the first time myself as well. And just like Cody, I actually do kind of dig it, and I'm saying yes to it.
Yes!
And Coho finally gets one on the list.
Finally.
For a show I've never even seen. Well done.
Cody, what
I
did you
suggest checking it out, at least the pilot. It's pretty cool.
Say it again. Did you say it's my turn?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm going with one that's very unconventional for me. I would be surprised if everybody knew the song off the theme. But if you have time to listen to it right now, this is Mask. M-A-S-K. The animated from the 80s. This theme song, I used to watch this when I was a little kid with my dad. This show is crazy, really good. There was even a hint at a Mask movie, which I really hope they do. But this theme song, I enjoyed it. It's straight 80s. You can definitely tell it's from the 80s, but I think it has great representation on this. It will probably not be musically inclined for Brooklyn, but other than that, I absolutely love the Mask theme song. It's M-A-S-K. It's just all abbreviated. Oh, it's fantastic.
Tim, what do you say about Mask?
See, I vaguely remember the show of a rerun here or there, but I don't remember the song. Like I'm not going to even vote for it because I don't remember it. Like I remember vaguely seeing a few clips here and there of the cartoon, but that's it. Yeah.
Brooklyn, what do you say about Mask?
Cody, I just paused the video at about 30 seconds.
Mm-hmm.
I actually really enjoyed it. I understand why people would enjoy this. As I was watching like the theme song and the theme itself, I was like, how have I not heard of this show?
Exactly.
How did I not get into this? I'm like, this seems kind of interesting. Yeah, let's we'll say yes.
Caleb, what do you say about Mask?
Cody, I just paused the video at 30 seconds. I'm gonna tell you, I really don't like it. It's okay. It's just okay.
Can I reverse my vote for Gravity Falls?
Fuck you, Joe.
I'm saying we have to clip that out and like put that in the admin chat. It's just like a bit that we could use. It's just fuck you, go.
But yeah, Cody. I also paused the video after 30 seconds. And I agree with one of them, and I agree with Caleb. Not a big fan of Mask. It's an interesting theme. But yeah. But Tim, it's back to you for your next nomination.
Oh, sorry. I was actually because I didn't remember the theme. I was actually watching it to. I would have voted yes on it. I would have voted yes on it.
You already voted no. We're moving on.
I know. I just said I didn't vote until
I heard
it.
Yeah.
No, it's off the wall, but I would say yes to it. It has its charm. Granted, it looks low budget as all hell, but it has its charm.
But yeah, with that, Mask does make the list.
Yeah.
And Tim, it's back to you for your next nomination.
All right, it's probably not going to get nominated, but I want to throw it out there instead of an honorable mention. We're going to go Gargoyles, the TV series theme. I think the instrumental to it underneath the intro of what Goliath talks about, thousands of years, what have you. I think it's a good introduction with that show, with the themes of it. I'm gonna throw it out there and see what the judging panel is for it. But go ahead.
Did Mask make the list?
Yeah,
Mask made the list.
Cheesy as all hell, but I liked it. I liked it for the cheesiness.
Appreciate it.
Yep.
But anyway, Gargoyles is up for nomination. I'm gonna go on this and say I really don't like this theme. I think there's better themes. Caleb, what do you say about Gargoyles?
come back to me.
Brooklyn, what do you say about Gargoyles?
Nope. Because I have one here that exponentially trumps Gargoyles.
Cody, what do you say about Gargoyles?
Okay, so people in this community kind of know this about me, maybe not. I'm a pussy. And Gargoyles used to scare the shit out of me as a kid, okay? So, I revisited it today just to watch it, to see, like, oh, is this theme song? Still kind of brought home childhood memories back of haunting me. So, yeah, I'm out. Nope. Fuck that. That theme song. It's not even that cool. It's like, it, like, wants to be Batman Dark and stuff like that, but it's like, blah.
What, Caleb? It's
You
up.
all officially stuck.
It's kind of generic. I'm not gonna lie. Like I just listened to it, and I don't know. I don't find anything particularly special about it, except for like the narration. So I'm gonna say no.
And with that, Gargoyles does not make the list. But Brooklyn, there's one spot left. Can you have that last nomination?
All right. So whenever I was referencing to an older show like the Flintstones that I think is better than the Flintstones itself, this is the one that we're talking about. We will go with the Bugs Bunny and Tweety show theme. I think the Looney Tunes is one of the best shows in terms of like matching the score to the show. It's one I always go back to, and it's one I thoroughly enjoy. And I think the theme show, I think the theme show really exemplifies that, and the show sort of sets up like for the grandeur of it and the different sketches and whatnot. It's the closest thing to like it's a very close similar to the Muppets one. But I think this is a better version than the Muppets theme. But they have very similar ideas in it. So.
Cody, what do you say about Bugs Bunny and Treaty theme?
So is this like the classic Looney Tunes theme?
A classic, yeah. Overture, curtain lights. This is it. The night.
Who is next, Malcolm, to go?
It's Coho. It's Coho.
Coho. Okay.
No, it's Malcolm. Malcolm's
Oh no,
still.
is it Malcolm or Coho?
It's
No, it's
Malcolm.
not.
I go last every round.
Yeah.
I'm not a huge fan of it. I know it's like one of those, like people say, like Citizens Kane's. I've watched it. I like it. But I don't think it's the best movie ever made. You know, like that. And the same thing with Looney Tunes. Like I know what it's done, but it doesn't like hit me as theme song. So I have to give it a no vote. I'd give like Dancing Frog the vote over this one. So.
What Tim? What do you say about Bugs Bunny and Treaty?
Yeah, it'd be a pass for me.
And it's also going to be a no for me. I like the theme. It's just kind of forgettable. Caleb, what would you have said about Bugs Bunny and Treaty?
I just said, yeah, Brooklyn. Don't worry about it. I just said, yeah, Brooklyn. It's all good.
Remember, he still voted down Fairly Odd Parents. So F him.
But anyway, it's
Remember, he voted down Phineas and Ferb and Kim Possible. Just saying.
He was correct in that choice, though.
But anyway, it's back to me, and I'm going to bring up one of my other favorite anime shows, and I'm bringing up the theme song for the first iteration of Yu-Gi-Oh! This is one that I think is good. I don't think it's better than Pokemon, but I do think it's a good theme and belongs in the top 12. Just with the opening, it's time to duel thing and all that. Just the theme is one that has always stuck with me ever since I've seen the show. And when I rewatched it just earlier in the year, before Netflix took it off for New Zealand, it's just one that I always remember it. But Brooklyn, you look like you're doing something weird over there. What do you say about the
Is
Yu-Gi-Oh?
he riding a cock? What the hell?
Whoa.
It's time. What the fuck are you thinking, Malcolm? No, the card game is great. The show itself is great.
Damn,
The
Cody,
dice-
you need to catch up on stats.
The dice board game, and the game that it's the Game Boy Advance game is great. The theme song, no. What are you? No. Just no. It's no.
Cody, what do you say about Yu-Gi-Oh theme?
You can take your 6-starred rainbow dragon sword Yu-Gi-Oh bullshit with your too much hair gel. There was a kid in 2nd grade that would try to do his hair like the freaking guy from Yu-Gi-Oh, and I threw pencils at him all day long at school. Don't like it. Don't care about it. It cost me way too much. It cost my parents too much money, which means I had to pay for my own schooling because at the end of the day, they used it on too many fucking Yu-Gi-Oh cards, and I never got the 4 legs in the head of whatever I needed to fucking win everything. So fuck that game. Fuck that game. No. And the theme song, I don't even freaking remember it. All I wanted was that cool little blade thing that you get to throw cards on and it doesn't even do shit. No,
Dual
thank you.
disc.
Get out of my face. What?
Dual disc, it's called.
Shut your mouth. I'm done.
Tim, what do you say about the Yu-Gi-Oh theme?
I still think Joey and Yugi's theme of No Matter What is still better than the main Yu-Gi-Oh theme. I think it ties in better with, especially with that episode and them two. I would say yes. I'm going to say yes.
Caleb, you're the deciding vote. What do you say about the Yu-Gi-Oh theme?
That's unfortunate for you because fuck Yu-Gi-Oh. Sorry, not happening.
Still glad I voted out Phineas and Ferb.
You're wrong. You're just so wrong. 104 days of summer vacation.
I don't
And
know.
that's why
Because,
bowling for Soup sucks.
I don't know. You might be changing your mind when it's Caleb's turn to go, which is right now.
All right, ladies and gents, I'm going to throw it back to one of the older TV shows that I watched as a kid. I had a lot of VHS tapes of this show, and I very vividly remember the theme song, which is hella catchy. Chip and Dale, Rescue Rangers. I'm putting that one up. Chip and Dale is a really fun show, and I think that theme song is hella catchy and like hella good, so that's the one I'm gonna put up. Chip and Dale Rescue Rangers.
No, that's Brooklyn.
No.
Tim.
Cody, when it gets back to you, if you're not putting up the nomination for the scene that I just thought of, and it took me this long to think of, you need help. But definitely no compared to this theme I'm thinking of.
That's cool.
Cody.
That's a big feat to try to pull of all these TV shows to be thinking the same one when you've been no voted a lot. But hopefully we're on the same page. I will.
If it gets back to me for a vote, I think we are.
Okay. But hilarious to watch Caleb go Chip and Dale. You remind me of Chip and Dale. But hell no. It was on my list as an honorable mention, but with one spot left. Sorry, Chip. Sorry, Dale. We already have our 11 and 12, so we don't need another 11 and 12. So, no thanks.
Anyway, Cody, it's your turn to nominate.
Oh God. Can I get a rundown just to make sure I have everything on my list? What we're missing? What we got?
Yeah, we've got DuckTales, The Simpsons, Magic School Bus, Animaniacs, The Flintstones, Pokemon, Dexter's Lab, Arthur, Pinky and the Brain, Gravity Falls, and Mask.
Well, I think I'm going to let Tim down on this one, but there's one that I really listen to. It's one of my favorites. Inspector Gadget.
Yeah, not the one I was thinking of.
I love it. It's one of I love the cartoon, so it sticks with me. Again, I've gotten enough on this list, so if you want to no vote it, that's totally fine with me. But I enjoy it a lot. So,
Tim, what do you say about Inspector Gadget?
Yeah, I'm going to no vote it because I really didn't think it should have got a live action movie, but I thought Cody was going to go somewhere else, being it this late in the contest.
there's a lot of TV songs. There's a lot.
I know, but I think we both missed one.
Okay.
Brooklyn, what do you say about Inspector Gadget?
Inspector Gadget.
Oh, no.
Yeah. No, this is a yes. When I originally wrote my list on a piece of paper at work, this was actually on it. So yeah.
How old school of you? Paper and pen.
Oh, wait till you see my nomination paper.
Oh no.
Caleb, what do you say about Inspector Gadget?
Inspector Gadget. It's on the top 12.
Yeah!
Oh God, it's sad this song goes to nomination. It really is.
You almost voted yes to Yu-Gi-Oh! I really don't want to hear it.
That was just at that point out of spite, anger, and fuck all of you.
I mean, if Caleb had said no to Inspector Gadget, I probably would have said yes to it. So I do love this theme myself.
You're fired. You're fired.
I think you need him more than he needs you.
No, it's TV. No one cares.
But Tim, what honorable mentions do you have?
Let's go down the list before I mention the one to see if Cody would agree. I had Futurama, had King of the Hill, had the Jetsons, Beavis and Butthead, Samurai Jack, and then Heroes in a Half Shell Turtle Power.
Couldn't
The
do it.
original
Couldn't do it.
couldn't do it, really?
They're
No,
superheroes.
I asked before.
Oh, come on!
Yeah,
They're ninjas, not superheroes.
believe me, it would have already been on the list. Like it would have been top 5 nominations, especially.
No. I can understand Darkwing Duck is a superhero, but these are fucking ninjas, Malcolm.
I mean,
Batman is
don't-
also a ninja. I'm just saying.
No,
Although
he's
they do-
not.
I
Yes,
mean,
Although they do have
I
turtle
don't
power.
I don't disagree with you, but I've just seen them pop up so many times in superhero lists. Is kind of why I made that
Also, comic
decision.
book characters. Just saying.
But
Fuck all of you.
Gadget.
but Cody, what honorable mentions did you have?
Oh, okay. So I had. Oh, sorry, Inspector Gadget makes it. That's cool. Give me a second. I had Hey Arnold. I really like the theme to Hey Arnold. Powder Puff Girls. For somebody who grew up in that time
Say
frame.
Powder Puff Girls?
Powder Puff Girls. Yeah.
You said Powder Puff. It's Power Puff.
What did I say? Powder.
You said Powder Puff.
No, that's fair. Whatever. I don't know. I haven't seen it in a long time, but the sugar, spice, and everything dies. Poured together to make the power. So, powder, power, whatever. Who cares? Doug. I had Doug, the theme song. I like that one. And Tailspin. Tailspin. Did not add Tailspin, but it's good. It just isn't better than DuckTales or Darkwing Duck or stuff. So that's why I didn't bring it up, because I didn't think it would make the list. And Fairly Odd Parents. Justice for Fairly Odd Parents. I want to hear you in the comments below, please.
Justice for Fairly Odd Parents.
Not going to be in
Brooklyn,
TV, not going to be in fan TV.
Brooklyn,
I'll
what
put it down
honorable
as a
mentions
string.
did you have?
So the next one that I was actually going to nominate was King of the Hill. But I also had Big Mouth, Weekenders, BoJack Horseman, American Dad, Robot Chicken,
Ooh.
and then if it came down to this was like a break glass in case of emergency. Dragon Tales, the theme song, is kind of a guilty pleasure.
Get the hell out of here.
Dragon Tales, Dragon Tale. Come along, take my hand.
Caleb,
God damn it, Bobby, listen.
what honorable mentions did you have there, Caleb?
My literal next nomination, I debated between doing that or Chip and Dale, was Big Mouth. Not gonna lie, I love Big Mouth. Going through changes.
Originally a song by Otis Redding. That's actually
Additionally, I also
Thank
had
you,
the
Cody.
Looney Tunes Show, Alvin and the Chipmunks, and the Pink Panther as honorable mentions.
Alvin in the gym.
Yeah.
Because that's how you used to sing.
Before his balls dropped, which he's still waiting for.
But
Okay.
yeah, honorable mentions that I had was Pink Panther, Jetsons. I also had Big Mouth on mine. I had
That
Popeye.
would have been 3.
I
I
had
should have
Rick,
nominated over Chip and Dale. I'm so pissed.
I had Rick and Morty. I had the Carmen Sandiego theme from the Netflix show that they just brought out. I had Rocco's Modern Life, Doug, Hey Arnold, Cat Dog, Smurfs. I had Angry Beavers, and I had one that Brooklyn might have heard of. I had the theme song with Total Drama Island on mine as well.
Yeah. I remember the show more than I remember the theme song, but the show was pretty cool.
Yep.
I like the content that it had.
Oh, I forgot. I had Phineas. Oh, no, I didn't. I didn't have Phineas.
You're self-respecting beast.
Summer vacation, and school comes along just to end. But the annual
But anyway,
Right generation.
Shut up!
is fine.
but anyway, now we
Turn
get to
this
the
car
fun
around.
part of actually ranking this list. But we all write what theme we think deserves to be at number 12 on the list, and whichever one has the most votes, then that gets the spot. But I'm going to start off with Cody. Cody, what do you have for 12?
This was a charity pick, but Gravity Falls. I've never seen an episode of you. You can't make it to the top 10. Sorry.
Tim, what do you have for number 12?
For my bottom feeder, I had the Magic School Bus.
Brooklyn, what do you have for number 12?
The Children's Wish Foundation is going to be sending you a check in the mail. Gravity Falls.
Caleb, what do you have for number 12?
Mask.
Yeah, I also have Mask. So Tim,
I'm fucked
do
anyway.
you want
Tim's not
Mask
gonna
or
pick
Gravity
Mask.
Falls at number 12?
Fuck.
Let's just go ahead and put Gravity Falls at number 12 because I love having power filing.
It's so much better than being number 12.
Apparently not on this list,
Should have
Coho.
been in the top 10.
Not this time.
I wish Robert was here. Robert would back me up on some of these.
Well, he's not.
I mean, he would have backed you up on Gravity Falls.
And
Of
Phineas
Phineas
and
and
Ferb.
Ferb. I don't know what his feelings on Gravity Falls are, but
I'm
Cody,
sure
what do
he'd
you
back me
have
up
for
on
11?
Impossible.
Simpsons.
Tim, what do you have for 11?
I didn't change that. It was still last time. Magic School Bus.
Brooklyn, what do you have for 11?
Pinky and the Brain.
Caleb, what do you have for 11?
Mask.
Yeah, I've still got Mask.
Yes.
Wasn't in love with it, so I'm okay with that. When you get like 6 of them on there, you could let one die at the bottom. So,
Must be nice.
kind of. Pick good ones and you never get told no.
Hold on 1 second.
Did I lose one this round? I don't think I lost. I don't think I got any no voters.
Yeah, I don't think you got any no voted, but
I won
Let's go
rank 'em.
to let's go to the scoreboard to see who's leading on Rankum. Nobody, because it's not a fucking game, Cody.
If you kept stats, I'm the fucking king.
Caleb, what do you have for number 10?
Dexter's Lab.
Bitch.
Brooklyn, what do you have for number 10?
How a boost, Pinky and the Brain.
Hello, dude. I wanna keep that one
Tim,
going
what do you
for a
have for number 10?
I actually changed it. Went with Pokemon.
while. The fuck?
Cody, what do you have for 10?
I have The Simpsons.
I have one of those 4 shows. It is The Simpsons.
Yeah! 10! 10! Give it a fucking 10!
Haven't jumped out of my seat like that ever.
Wasn't the last time in Piano Man failed to make the Billy Joel list?
No, that one was great because everybody's like, let's just make it, let's just put it on there. And they're like, yeah, let's nominate. No. What?
So we just renamed the episode to Billy Joel Playlist minus Piano Man.
Which is bullshit, because how can you not have Piano Man? But
Because it's a given. It's an obvious one.
Because
it
Malcolm
needs to be on there.
appreciate. He voted no to Piano Man. He voted no to Bohemian Rhapsody. Put the fucking Simpsons at number 10. At number 10.
Cody, what do you have?
43, masterpiece.
You know what? I love when this list is read. 9 will be Pinky and the Brain, and 10 will be The Simpsons.
Tim, what do you have for 9?
Magic fucking School Bus. Move on.
It's back. Oh, it's
Brooklyn,
back.
what do you
Pokemon
have
was
for
there
9?
everyday.
How about Pinky and the Brain, eh?
Caleb, what do you have for 9?
Dex Lab pulls.
I put Inspector Gadget, but that doesn't really matter because Pinky and the Brain's going to be 9.
The sad day.
That no one ever was. Because them is my real test. To train them is my call. Pokemon.
Cody, what do you have for an 8?
I put the TMSB, but also known as the Magic School Bus.
Tim's still got the Magic School Bus.
Yeah, we pretty much finally get rid of that piece of shit.
Brooklyn, what do you have for 8?
There's Doom and Gloom, something, Dexter's Lab.
And Caleb, what do you have for 8?
Dexter's Lab pulls.
Oh.
I mean,
know where this one's going.
I mean, I've got Inspector Gadget, but but I've got to decide between Dexter's Laboratory and Magic School Bus. And I'm actually okay with Magic School Bus being here.
I don't have to drink. Awesome. Great.
I just love how everyone automatically thought I was going to put Dexter's Lab here because of how much I love Magic School Bus.
Yeah, I think all of us saw that.
The Magic School Bus.
But
with the frizz? No way.
Aww.
But I'm going to start off here. I've got Inspector Gadget. Caleb, what do you have for 7?
Dexter's fucking lab pulls.
Brooklyn.
How about fucking Dexter's Lab, eh, you uncultured hosers?
Tim, what do you have for 7?
I'm trying to get rid of the PBS Make-A-Wish shit and going with Arthur.
Cody, what do you have for 7?
Even though I really want to see what Caleb would put next, I put Dex Lab.
Oh, god damn it. Hashtag justice for Dexter.
Hashtag justice for the fucking Simpsons.
Justice for Phineas and Ferb.
No one cares about Phineas and fucking Ferb besides you and Robert Chance.
And Brooklyn.
Brooklyn don't count. He already
And
got
most
family.
of America.
Phineas and Ferb was actually number 3 on my list.
That's right. What is even left?
But what's left? We've got DuckTales, Animaniacs, the Flintstones, Pokemon,
And
Arthur.
PBS Make-A-Wish Arthur. And Inspector Gadget.
And Inspector Gadget, yeah. Cody, what do you want for 6?
6. Inspector Gadget.
Tim, what do you have for 6?
I didn't change it from last time, Malcolm. It's still Arthur.
Brooklyn, what do you have for 6?
Because they're Animaniacs.
You bitch.
Thank you.
Caleb, what do you have for 6?
Arthur.
Oh.
Yeah, I actually changed my vote from Inspector Gadget to Arthur.
Oh, thank you.
The boots on the other foot. No. Buckle up, we're taking you down.
So the top 5 is DuckTales, Animaniacs, Pokemon, Inspector Gadget, and The Simpsons. Oh wait, that shit's at 10. Flintstones?
Yeah.
Now the PBS is off. What does Tim vote for?
I think we know.
But Cody, what do you have for 5?
Inspector Gadget.
Tim, what do you have for 5?
Shouldn't have made it on the list.
That wasn't on the same beat. Sorry, buddy.
I know. I tried.
Brooklyn, what do you have for 5?
How about fucking Animaniacs, eh? You uncultured hosers. Hashtag fuck you, Coho.
What? Why me?
Caleb, what do you have for 5?
Justice for Phineas and Ferb, Inspector Gadget.
I also had Inspector Gadget.
Flintstones, Pokemon, Animaniacs, and DuckTales. Oh. Phineas and
What?
Ferb. Awesome.
Right, Cody, what do you have for 4?
Train to miss my cause. Get mine.
Tim, what do you have for 4?
I actually went with the Flintstones.
Brooklyn, what do you have for 4?
How about fucking Animaniacs, eh? You uncultured hosers. Hashtag fuck you, Coho. Also, Cody smells.
Caleb, what do you have for 4?
Animaniacs.
You bitch.
And I put Pokemon. So Tim, Pokemon or Animaniacs at 4?
We know where he's going.
Well,
Yeah,
Let's
yeah,
hope.
yeah. Pokemon's going to 4 because I want to keep Animaniacs alive.
So DuckTales, Flintstones, and Animaniacs.
We know where
Oh,
Pokemon's
wait.
going.
Simpsons didn't make it? That's sad. It's one of the
So
best
sad.
teams of all time.
all around me are familiar faces.
Worn out.
Cody, what do you have for number 3?
God damn it.
It's time for the Flintstones. They need to leave.
Tim, you got the Flintstones still?
Yep, still got the Flintstones.
Brooklyn, what do you have for 3?
Secondary.
We want to keep it to the very end.
How about fucking Cody's jerk off show, Animaniacs, eh? You fucking uncultured hosers. Hashtag fuck you, Coho. Also, Cody smells.
Caleb, what do you have for number 3?
I said Animaniacs. Hashtag Justice for PNF.
And I went with one of those two, and it's the Flintstones that gets
Oh,
into
you
number 3.
Fucking kidding me.
Oh, this is going to be great.
Oh, fucked me over again.
2 of my choices are the 1 and 2.
Congratulations,
Yeah.
sir. Would you like a medal?
Cody wins. Rank 'em again.
You're probably that person that was like that. You know, was that finished first at math tests, and regardless of your grade, you were just like, yeah, I'm the best. I finished the math at first, but I got
Malcolm.
0. But you know, I got
Also,
No,
at the end
I
of the
had to
show,
cheat. I had to cheat. That was not me. I just waited till the smart person finished and waited 20 minutes after and then put my exams in there.
I have some interesting stats at the end of the show I think you all get a kick out of too, but
Cody, what do you want for number 1?
Well, if we had to do this later, we could rewrite this history. But right now, it's the DuckTales. Woo-hoo-hoo.
Tim, what do you have for number 1?
I actually had Animaniacs at number 1.
Fine with either one.
Brooklyn, what do you have for number 1?
nothing simple or nothing elegant and ravishing. It's just DuckTales. Woohoo!
Caleb, what do you have for number 1?
Phineas and Ferb. Fine. DuckTales, I guess. Whatever. Fuck you, Cody.
And I mean, I also put Animaniacs at number 1 for me, but DuckTales is going to be number 1. Animaniacs is going to be second.
And your no, wait, sorry, this isn't a match. Damn.
We never hear that unless Kane's carrying them. Oh, sorry.
Oh, Them
Listen,
just fighting words.
that was Ryan. I contribute.
But anyway, just to recap the top 12 list. At number 12, we've got Gravity Falls. At number 11, we've got Mars. At number 10, we've got Brooklyn's Nightmare, aka The Simpsons.
Ah!
What did you say? No. We heard you. Just keep going. Keep going.
At number 9, we've got Piggy and the Brain, which is higher than The Simpsons, which was at number 10. At number 8, we've got Magic School Bus. At number 7, we've got Dexter's Lab. At number 6, we've got Arthur. At number 5, we've got Inspector Gadget. At number 4, we've got Pokemon. At number 3, we've got The Flintstones. At number 2, we've got Animaniacs. And number 1, we've got DuckTales. Woohoo! But yeah, this was definitely a fun list. And I believe Tim has got some fun stats for us.
Yes. Earlier, before we went live, we actually had some categories, which in the lead right now is Brooklyn. Brooklyn, you actually win something. Brooklyn leads the stats for Brooklyn's musical breakdowns with 9 instances. Cody in number 2 with Cody wrong moments at only 7. I was ashamed too, folks. And in last place, as always, Caleb Coho by actually showing up for a program and knowing what he's talking about. So there's your stats for tonight's Rankum, folks. If I can't get anything on the list, I'll be here
He
for
wrote
comic
something
relief.
on his board. He definitely wrote something on his board.
Also, but anyways, as always, I'll have a new poll for next week's for what you want next week's topic to be up there. I've definitely got some fun ones on this one. But we'll go to plugs. Cody, where can people find you on the interwebs?
You can find me all over the trivia communities and everything. Full Metal. I show up in Take 3 with watching Taking the Throne. We only got 2 episodes left, but please join us with those. Multiplex, I do a handful of things, which I'm just launching a new show, so come watch it. It's called Your List Sucks, because I'm always on these ranking shows, and I always disagree with everybody, and this show is made for me. This first episode is going to be 2010 animated movies. I've got Brooklyn, Kane McMillan, and Nazario Montenegro. We'll see the list, and I will tell you how I truly feel about all of them. So come check it out. It's Wednesdays. This episode is going to be at 9 Eastern.
Tim, where can people find you on the interwebs?
Mostly Multiplex as always. Running TV with you as my co-question writer and co-host. Dealing with the other ones here over at Multiplex a lot. Usually Brooklyn's the nice one, but I'm ashamed at all 3 of them now. So, but yeah, that's where you can find me.
Brooklyn, where can people find you online?
You can find me solving this Rubik's Cube. If you're ever around, shoot us up in. I'll show you how to solve it. But yeah, Instagram and Twitter at the real BK Town, the number, not the word. 2 Pucks Trivia. Whenever we decide to upload matches. And Nerdgasm when it's supposed to go up. And Late Night would Take 3 on Thursdays or Fridays, depending on my availability.
And Ed, where can people find you on the interwebs?
You can see me running the support group, Phineas and Ferb support group, every Monday, Wednesday, Friday at 7 p.m. on Podcasts Without a Cool Acronym with Robert Parker at RBRTPRKR98. Hashtag 104 days. Hashtag save Phineas and Ferb. Hashtag fuck you, Cody. Hashtag fuck you, Tim. Also, Multiplex Entertainment. Podcasts Without a Cool Acronym.
Your handwriting sucks.
I know, but so do you. So
Yeah. Well, his handwriting, math skills.
Well, sorry. Well, Caleb, he doesn't suck. He more so he blows.
You're right.
That's how he got the website. Cody Blows Daily. So
you're right.
You got to have goals.
Stop putting that on there. You're gonna get a virus. Just so you know right now.
But anyway, you can find me hosting Rankum every Sunday night. Whatever next week's episode is going to be, sure it's probably going to be fun with a lot of arguing and fighting. But You can also find me hosting Formula Random every Tuesday. This week is potentially going to be the Star Wars match that was supposed to be last week, but due to scheduling and all over the place, things happening. But yeah, you can also find me on Multiplex hosting TV Throwdown with Tim, competing in matches, Bandom fights teams with Matthew Kearns, Warzone teams with Manning and all over the place, and on Twitter, Leadbox and Stardust at Melkor, and also watching Box Office Mojo to watch Endgame overtake Avatar. It's only got about 300 million to go. It's at 2.5 billion now. But and until next week, keep listing shit.